Good morning, traders. This is Jeff with Simply Derivative, and here's the pre-market prep for Tuesday, April 2nd. Taking a look at the ES, you can see that we are up in the overnight session, albeit so slightly on the equity indices, up a $1.50 on the ES. Nasdaq and Russell are slightly up, Dow slightly down, so basically flat all around. Same with gold. Um, Crude had a big day yesterday, and it may be poised to continue to move up. Equities look like they want to continue to move up. I know last week we were talking about if we got a break below this area that we were probably going to be heading back towards 2750. Well, we did not get a break below that 2800. We held. We dipped below it a few times, but held on and then continued to move up. And then you see yesterday going into start this week, we had a gap up Sunday afternoon in the futures market, and that continued all the way through yesterday's day session, and is continuing going into today as well. You can see at 2864 was the overnight high from yesterday. We basically pierced that, got through that, closed above that here on this 15-minute, and then during this overnight session, going into today's session, you can see that we slightly pulled back and basically hit the top of that range of that overnight area and proceeded to move higher. We still haven't cleared, oh, we did clear that high, just barely. And so demand is continuing to hold. We're continuing to break through price levels to the upside, and so bigger picture, it looks like we want to continue to keep moving up. We have some room to the upside. 2900 is in sight. It's about 28 points away, so not even a really big day, and we'll get back up to 2900. There is some congestion up in here that we were looking at, have been looking at for quite some time, and it's amazing that we're all the way back up here already. I suspect once we get back here, have a retest, we're probably going to take out all these highs in here and get closer to 2960, 2970, possibly getting up to that 3000 mark. We'll see if that can happen sooner rather than later, but it looks all good from here. Market's still continuing to climb. You got some demand coming in yesterday with that gap up, and so we're going to see if equities can continue to push up, get some more people in, and have more buyers come in and push us back towards those highs. As far as today, what we're going to look for in opportunities is simply looking for some pullbacks to get long. And you can see that there's some areas below current market price that we'd want to pay attention to. This 28.55 area, and then the origin of the gap, really, which is this 28.40 area. For today, below that, there's some other price levels that we want to pay attention to, but for now, that would be fine. In terms of any selling pressure, any short opportunities, you just have to wait until those were formed during the session. One thing you can do is you can go to the cash market here on SPX, let's say, or SPY, and basically scroll back and look for some sort of basing or price structure to lean on up here. But you can see SPX is closer to this same action than is ES, so you'd want to go down and kind of see what's around this area on a 60-minute or a 240, maybe even a 15 to get a better idea. But other than that, you'd probably just want to wait until the market shows us that there are some sellers up there. So we'll see what today brings. But like I said, focus on the longs. We'll be looking for some pullbacks to buy, and then really waiting for some supply to form before we can lean on some shorts. So that's the plan for today, guys. Yeah, that was it. That's all I wanted to cover with you guys this morning. Just watch the initial pull down when the market opens, and then you see that we may pop back up after that. So just something to keep an eye on. Other than that, that'll do it for today, guys. We're going to do a live stream later this week, so be sure to check that out. We have our day trading course coming out here shortly, should be sometime this week. And make sure you're following us on our social media, subscribe to the YouTube channel. When we do live stream, it'll be both on YouTube and Twitch, so be sure to check out either of the platforms and check us out at simplyderivative.com. Best of luck trading today, guys. We'll see you next time.